Good morning, everyone. My name is George Kosch. I'm the CEO of Worldprofit. Today is the 3rd of April. Right out of the gate, we are having a phenomenal month of sales. We had a great month last month, but this just takes a cake. We have a top 11 sales people already. That's you don't see that too often. The reason is, number one, the monitor team and promotion. People are working at home, obviously, promoting and sending out those landing pages. And after you find out what we've added to our system today, you're going to see why people really do take to Worldprofit and our platform that supports every business, every affiliate business you're in. Doesn't matter. We don't make you have to sell Worldprofit. You don't have to if you don't want to. We're just here to help you in any business that you're in, from selling things out of your home to Shopify stores, affiliate links, you name it. My background is military. I spent 10 years in the forces as a pilot. 6 of them as a pilot, 4 years at university called military college. Same idea as Annapolis or West Point in the States. We have one up here in Canada. We used to have 3, now we have 1, but everybody fits in there, and it's really great. Now I'm an entrepreneur. That's why I got out. I just thought, they are offered early retirement, so I took it. And they gave me some money, and they gave me a year pay, and I sat around a kitchen table and played around with the computer and internet. It was great. And here we are now. And today I want to talk to you about our couple of new things that we've got, a couple of things that we've revamped, which are going to be exciting. I'm looking forward to showing off our new graphics studio. But before I do that, how do you get started in the program if you're a new silver member? And this is really important. Get to lesson number 3. Lesson 1 is really just the intro I just did. Lesson 2, the same thing. We're just trying to get you in there to click those buttons to make sure you're logged in, make sure you have your domain name. Either you can pick one or you can book your own. We give you a link to book your own if you want. It costs about $20. You can go to any other site if you want, Network Solutions or anything. It doesn't matter where you buy your domain name from. You can buy it from anywhere, and we'll host it and set it up as your silver, and you can go from there. You can also change your domain name anytime you want to something you've purchased. We do it free of charge, but your links and things on the old site won't work anymore, so you have to kind of think through that. Anyways, use the top menu. The training link is right up there. It doesn't matter if you're using the modern link or the modern menu or the classic menu. Doesn't matter. Just click on that. Get into that video. It just gives you an overview of the entire system, tells you what to do, and how to kind of find your way around, and it gets you started in the whole thing. Okay, and do the video. Actually sign up for a site, do a promotion, send out the ad example, just to make sure that you know what's going on with how this process works. Because what we really want to teach you is how your sponsor got you to log in. Right? Think back to it. You landed on a page and you filled out your name and email, and you came in, you got a link, and you logged in, and you said, wow, this is cool. You kicked the tires a bit, found out about stuff. But it's easy to forget that your sponsor promoted to a safe list, a traffic exchange, classified ad site, through Google, through Facebook. You got here somehow. You found out about us somehow, and that's a result of our training program. So we're trying to teach you how to do that. And that applies to any affiliate program you're in. It doesn't matter what you're trying to promote. We're going to teach you how to promote properly, meaning don't just send people to affiliate links, generate them as associates, and then send them, because now you have them on a list. Okay? So we're going to teach you how that works. We're here 7 days a week to support you. Okay, we have all kinds of tools, the main ones being the Live Business Center. Those are the monitors. Those are the reasons for sales and conversions into even your other programs. I mean, the monitors are there just to greet people at the door and say, here's how you find out information about Worldprofit. Here's how you find out who your sponsor is. You know, they'll say your sponsor's on that left menu. Go contact them if you need anything and go from there. The ad tracker is on the top menu. That will be all brought into play when you watch that video, first video under training. Things like JitBit and RoboForm are great to organize your passwords to help you promote faster. The link manager will organize your links, okay, into different categories and things like that. Make sure that you use Gmail for your business email. Very, very important. Don't use Yahoo or Hotmail or anything like that. Probably the worst one is Yahoo because they will eventually start blocking stuff. And I know people are like, well, they're not blocking it now. Well, they just randomly seem to block email. I know all of these things are true because I have a Yahoo account. I've had one for, 15, 20 years now. And it works fine sometimes. Most of the time I don't get an email to it and I have to go in and dig around and find it. You don't need to test any of the sign-up forms. They work great. Okay, so are there any questions about that, how to get started? If you can't get your sponsor, I'm your sponsor, so you can come to Bootcamp training and ask me any questions that you want during the training. This is a very informal workshop, right? I put up some slides to kind of get me, keep me on track, but I always have time to take questions and demonstrate things to you and help you out. All right. We have, as you know, over many years now, we've had a header graphics builder. The problem with that is it's being discontinued, not by us and not by the programmers, it's by the owners of the browsers. One is called Chrome, and the other one is now, called Edge by Microsoft. And even Firefox completely blocks Flash. Flash is a very, very dated program that was created by Adobe 20 years ago, and they don't like it anymore. It's insecure, doesn't work on mobile, the whole deal, which is no problem. So I've taken some time to create a graphics studio, and in other words, a studio that does everything. It does Facebook graphics, YouTube graphics, banners, header graphics, photo editing, everything under the sun. There's nothing it can't do as far as graphics go. And the best part is it's built into the browser. Okay, it's you don't need software. So just to give you an overview of what I mean, you don't need any software. It has access to basically unlimited photos, logos, fonts. What I've done is I've made it so that when you go in, you can save your graphics and you can edit them at any time you want. This will include a complete graphics library. You don't need to really, I am the least skilled graphics person that you will probably ever meet. I have absolutely no ability to do this stuff, and I always look for things like this, and I've actually searched the internet for quite a few years now trying to find a really good program, and I found one, and so I've built it, and it's Worldprofit, so which is actually pretty cool. You can read all about it in the message center, but you can find out all about it by clicking on a link over under the advanced menu here on the right. It's at the very bottom under W, Graphics Studio. You can click on the Studio one. If you're a silver member, you have to pay a one-time fee of $14.95 for it, or upgrade to Platinum, and it's part of the Platinum. No matter how you get it, it's yours forever as long as you're a member of Worldprofit, Silver or Platinum, because we want you to have access to the graphics you've created and stuff like that. And again, I'm going to give you a complete demo of it. There's also a video in there that will help you out to find out all about it. If you're a Silver member, what you're going to see is this here, which I can show you. and it'll give you a link to order it if you want, and go back to the member area, and it'll talk to you again, same thing that I just showed you in the message center. Okay, and you can order it and get it, and it's instantly set up for you, and I think you're going to like it after you see what I show you, what it can do, which is really neat. So let's go in and take a look at it. It's also on the left menu, and you'll notice that I added some really nice graphics here. You see the little graduation hat here, and just some icons just to spice up and modernize the member area. And you'll see it though under down along here. You can see a little palette there, so you grab that. And let's go and create some graphics. So when you click on this, what's going to do is it'll give you a help video, a link to your gallery, which you won't have anything in your gallery until you create something. And you have the ability to create a new image. Again, if you get kind of lost, this menu up here is to help you, that's all. Okay, so we can start by creating an image from a template, or you could always close this off and just start into it. I find it easier to just go in and you know, let's talk about, everybody knows about Twitter, LinkedIn, all these different display ads. Everybody wants to create banners, and I get it. So let's go with a banner here, and you'll notice right away, let's just do the, I don't know, let's just grab this one here. It starts off as being a, you know, it's a large banner, and you can go in and you can do editing to it. You can change the background of it, as you can see here. It really is quite an amazing thing. You can go into full screen mode here, where you know, take up the whole browser to do your editing. The best part about this is you can just, you know, you can change all of the wording online. Like this is all just uses your browser to do everything. George's first banner, and the backgrounds and things, like if I go into background here, are really unlimited. You can scroll down here for 100 years. We've got a little dog here. You can see how it changes the background here for me. And I can resize the canvas at any time that I want. Everybody, you know, you can either start with one of the set ones, or you can say I want this one to be 468 by 60, which is, you know, the standard size of banner, right? So come out of there and it sets it. So George's first banner, you can change the size there back to normal. I mean, I could play around in here all day, right? There's just so many things. You can add graphics to it if you want. You can even put your own graphics in too. So if you want to, you know, add your own stuff, you can upload your own graphics and have them show up on there. Like for example, say I wanted to have a picture, like an image here. So I go into here and under George should have something. I don't know, let me see where I can find some here. I've always got my own image here, FG. It helps if I didn't have 6,000 images, but there you go. So, you know, there's my image. And you can, you know, you can change the size of it or whatever. Okay, so as soon as you're done with it, you don't have to worry about editing it or anything. You just hit save online, and what it'll do is it'll, you know, take the banner and do its little magic and load it in for you. This is just a thumbnail of it. So if you want to see what it looks like, you just click on view, and there's your banner, so you don't have to worry about it. You won't, Josette, you've saved all those banners on your hard drive, so they're all safe. And if you want to access the old programs, just do a support ticket, and I'll send you the link to it to bookmark it. Anyways, you'll notice that we're hosting the banner. And this is an important thing to know, is that you don't need to worry about the banner being hosted. And what I think I will do with this is I will make it so your banner actually shows up a little differently depending on the images, because they all look the same, right? They're all the same. I'll work on that and make it so that it's kind of a smaller, you know, better image. Anyways, you can edit these images too. So if you want to make a change to it, you just edit the image, and what it'll do is it'll load it in, you know, back to the way it was, and you can move things over, and then you can save it again, and it'll overwrite the old one. Or you can change the file name up here, and it'll change for you. So if you went here now, you can see that it's updated. It's moved my picture over, so you can always edit your banners. You can't do that in any other program and have it stay in the same URL. Again, if you want to, duplicate it, you can. You could just go edit image and change the name of the file, and you could have 4 or 5 different banners that way. You can also delete your images, and you can categorize them. So you could go in and say, create a category where you could store a whole bunch of images under that category. And then what I'll do is I'll have a little sub-menu down here where you can access all the banners in a certain category. All right, so what I'll do is under Manage Categories, there will be a link up here that says Show me banners in that category, or whatever the images are, whatever the graphics are. Okay, that's all coming. I just wanted people to get in here and be able to use the program. It really does get pretty amazing because you can create unlimited graphics in here, and they're stored and safe on our server. And it's all in the cloud, so you don't have to worry about losing them at all. Okay, are there any questions about that? You can also put a description in here. The description, the purpose of the description is so that you can search, because I'm going to build a search engine in here so that you can find, like say you have 500 images in here, you'll be able to search and find your images based on a description that you put in. You shouldn't put anything too long in there. You don't want to type out a report on it. You just want to say, keep it short, like banner about Facebook, or banner about Ultimate Safe List Exchange, that kind of a thing. And thanks, Tom. Yeah, it was quite a bit of work to make this thing into what it is, because as you're creating these graphics, you'll notice that it really is, there's no limit to it. You can create an entire web page, mobile web page if you want, depending on what you want to do. Okay, so you can create in there. Okay, and then again, there's too many things to show you because you can play with this. I want people to play around with these things and realize that there's just so much that can be done. And the images, I can't tell you how excited I am about that, because they just keep loading forever. You can scroll down here and you can search for different images. You can search for icons, so there your icon goes in there, and you can move it around. You can change color, right? Change it into any color that you want. You can build banners for any program in this thing. You could turn this right here into a banner if you wanted to. You just change the size of it, right? Are there any questions about that? You can also create like ebooks and things. So if you wanted to, create, if you don't save this, all you do is you just say create a new image and then leave, and then it'll bring you back into the program again to create a brand new image. Okay, and then if you want, you can create anything. You go in here and just say, well, I want to add a background. So you do, like an ebook cover if you wanted. You could just grab something that you wanted for your ebook. There's a nice one there. It fits in, and then you figure out what size your ebook cover is going to be. I'm not sure what the standard size is, but I'm thinking, if I was going to do an ebook, I'd probably go 600 by, I don't know, 400 sound right? You could change the scale all you want, right? So 600 by 400, that's probably too wide. You probably want to go the 400 by 600, I'm thinking, right? Is that making any sense? And again, you can do some 3D stuff here. I haven't played around with this too much, but it's pretty funky. You click your spacebar to get out of it, and then it's 3D image, kind of angles it funny. That's pretty wild, actually. And again, you can go into full screen mode so that you can have the whole image thing there for you. So I guess you can press your tab key to disable 3D overlay of elements. So I guess if you put an element in here, you can put in whatever you want in there, I guess. Search for images. Like I said, the best thing to do with this is just to play around with it and enjoy it. Probably, I'm not sure what you would find here. I don't know, balloons. There you go. These are, I think those are images. You just click on it and it just puts a balloon in. So I think if you do, it says press your tab key, and now you can move this thing around in here, I guess. Don't know quite how that works, but you know what? If you don't know how to do something, you just start with a new image. That's all I do. I don't waste time. If I don't know what to do, I just start a new image and, you know. Yeah, you know, Brian, this will make things a lot easier for people to build banners, because I can't tell you how many people have come and said, I need a 300 by, you know, like the large rectangle thing. I need a banner that fits. And, you know, if you think, okay, I'm going to start with one of these, you can change the background. You don't need to keep that background. You can actually change the coloring of it, you know, make it lighter, darker. Okay, so you're not confined. This is just going to set you up with a basic idea. And then you can go from there and you can change colors, you know, like say you just wanted that to be a different color. The whole background here, I think I don't know, I'm not sure if I can do this, but I think if you just do that, there you go, you just get a brand new background. So you pick the one that you want and say, hey, I like this thing here. So of course, if you do something like that, you want to change these colors so that they're white, you know, so people can see them or whatever color. And this here could be the beginning of an ebook cover. There's just no limit to what you can do with this thing. All right. I'm going to do some videos to just help people go through these simple things, because to me they're simple because I've been playing with this thing for a while, but it might not be to many people. So I want to make sure that I'm going to do a help video on how to make a banner and a video on how to make an ebook cover. All right. Yeah, login banners, splash pages, especially splash pages are great, because now you can build your splash page in here, and when you save it, it goes into the gallery. So if I save this, now I have a link automatically created to it. I don't have to worry about going to the image hosting or anything, right? I just take this URL here and I can, you know, tiptoe over to the landing page builder, right? So I go into the landing page builder now and I say, okay, well, I wanted to do the splash page, which is 13. Go over here and I can now use that as my splash page image, right? Paste it in there and save it down here, update the page, and you can see now my splash page, that's my splash page. Yeah, and Fran, I have no problem doing that. All you have to do, honestly, is in here to do an ebook. You could start with any of these if you want. I'm not sure. You know, let's look up a typical ebook dimensions. So 6x9, yeah, no, ebook. How can you ebook? ebook formatting. What should a page I use? Ebook dimension? I don't know. So you can look in here to get ideas, I suppose. Right? I'm not quite sure what the image sizes are. These are professional ebooks, so I wouldn't even look in here. I would say ebook cover. There you go. So 1400, ideally 1400 pixels wide, and at least 750. So there you go. You can just look these things up, and then you can create your dimensions based on that. It's going to give you some information there. All right. So you can play around with that. Huge, recommended size. It depends on where you're going to load your ebook to. If you're just doing your own ebook, you pick whatever dimensions you want. Yeah, so 1000 by 625. So you can go in here and say, I want 1000 by 625. Right, so what I do is I just grab a background at random, and then you can set it to 1000. So I'm thinking 1000 is going to be the height, right? So 625 is the width, and the height would be 1000. I would think, anyways. Yeah, so now you can go from there, changing everything that you want, change the scale of the background image, center it, whatever way you want, whatever part of the graphic you want in there, and you can move it up and down a little. I think you got to kind of go with what size is there. All right, and then for texting, if you want to put text in, you grab some, some heading text, you could put some text up there, right, and then add some graphics or anything like that you want. And 3D, yeah, you click on this and toggle 3D mode there, right? So you can kind of have your cover sideways a little bit. See that? So you could create two versions of it. I would do the 2D first, then I would go in and do the 3D, which you can do up in this area here, because you would call this the 3D cover, and then you would probably do the 2D cover first, right? And this is me doing this for the first time in my life. So believe me, if I can do this, you can do this. This is no problem. This really is, and it's pretty easy to do. You just do it. And you know what? If you can't, if it's not working out too good, don't save it. Just go back to create a new image and start over again. No, not at all, Varn. You don't need any memory at all. None. You're using our memory to do all of this. we're giving it to you. If you're a platinum member, all right? And like I said, you can just go to town on the graphic stuff, like adding graphics and things. You could just do searches. There's just a million of graphics in here, right? So, like I like golf. So search in golf. I could do an ebook on golf. These are all pictures that you can use freely, all you want. All right, just a nice one there. Put that on. Goes in 3D mode automatically. Isn't that cool? I don't think the golf course goes with the background very well. But then again, I can look up golf course or golf, see what backgrounds I can find for golf. Same as the images, There you go. You can probably do a really nice thing if you want to work on Fiverr. right? To build people graphics and sell them. These are your graphics. You can sell them to anyone you want. Yeah, Fran, you can. You just go into graphics and upload yours. Right here it says upload, and then you choose the file here, and I grab my own image down here off my computer. This one. Okay, so you can have yourself as the author and put the usual thing down at the bottom. All right. So you can pretty much do anything you want. You don't like that? Get rid of it. That's all you do is just delete it. Put your image down there. Rotate it if you want. Whee! How do you get to this? You go back to the member area. I'm not going to save this masterpiece. I know you're all thinking, well, he should save that. That's a great image, but you know what? No problem. To get to this, all you want to do is if you have the modern menu, you can click on Graphic Studio there. If you want to access just your gallery after you've built it, you just click on WP Graphics Gallery over on the right, and then you have access to all of this. If you want to delete an image, you don't want it anymore, just delete it. I'm going to put some more time into the gallery and making it so that, for example, say that you had a category and you said cool images and you wanted to have a carousel to display somewhere. I'm going to build that for people too. In other words, you know those graphics carousels that you see that look really cool? What you'll have to do though is you would go into your categories and you would say, you would add one and call it a add category here and call it carousel 1, right? You call it carousel 1. I'm just picking this out, right? Like, I don't know. So you would say, and this isn't available yet, but it will be. It's easy for me to build these things. You would pick a category and call it carousel 1, and you might have 5 images in the carousel. So you'd save it. And then you could say, go to carousels over here or something, and you would define the carousel and say, I want everything called carousel 1 to rotate in an image gallery, right? And you can put photos in here too. Like if you have photos, you can create a photo album. It's really neat. Really, really neat. Are there any questions about this? Yeah, Facebook ads. I'm assuming they do. Yeah, I don't know anything about Facebook ads. What I teach people is how to promote for free. And I know you can pay for Facebook ads. And of course you can build your graphic now with this. You can also create your YouTube images, right, for your YouTube channel. So you have channel graphics, you have Facebook graphics. As a matter of fact, if you go to my Facebook page, up in here, I created this using this type of program. When I went into Worldprofit members, this graphic up here, which I will redo, was created in that type of an image system, right? Because when you go in and you say, I want to edit my, my image, it says change group cover. They give you all of the, upload photo, upload whatever. So you could go in here, and I don't even know what the dimensions are. I find out and then go from there and just create it in the dimension. You can also say, inspect the image here to see what the size is or the dimensions. That's what I do. I always right click and just say inspect. And hopefully it brings you into your image there, and it will say your dimensions. See if you go, I know this is crazy stuff, but you look here, it says the height is 428, 1156. So you probably want to create something in those dimensions. See if it loads. That's it. Isn't that something? Pretty cool. If you need help using it, do your best to just play with it. Do what I just did. You know, you go into edit image here and you think, oh man, I don't get it. Just say create new image or go back to the gallery. Start over again. It's best to just pick away at these things. I taught myself how to use Photoshop that exact same way. That's how I did Photoshop. I just learned it the hard way. This is easy. This is in your browser. You don't, for me to fire up Photoshop, it takes like 2 minutes to load into my computer. And then I got to find the graphics, right, on my hard drive and go from there. Well, this, you got a gallery. So you don't have to look for stuff. And it's really cool. And if you want to go back to Worldprofit, you can also click the logo, Worldprofit Graphics Studio here, and go from there. All right, so you go back to the member area here, or sorry, to the gallery. So that's the Graphics Studio. Quantum Safe List. Let's talk about Quantum. I redid Quantum Safe List to just be more modern. Just modernized it. Okay, so if I log in here, I changed login screen a bit, just so it works on other devices now a little bit better. And I don't know if I can log in as a user. I always try this. Let me see if I can actually log in. There I go. So I have an account. Also, if you have an email address bouncing, you'll get this notice up here now because a lot of people have bouncing email addresses. Anyways, everything is working good. You know, of course, it's going to kick me out every time I try to do something. But anyways, you can pick around in here. Just to confirm for people, though, the Solo Email Blaster is powered by Quantum Safe List. So when you go into your member area and you click on the Solo Email Blaster, this is actually Quantum Safe List. It's just another way to access it and have all of your people that you've signed in through the associate program, they come in under you, and that way, you know, they can log in through here. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and thank you. Thanks for the compliments. These things are really neat to do. I really enjoy doing this stuff. The PLR, excuse me, the product vault, as a reminder to everybody, is completely free. You can access it. You can use all of the programs in there, anything that you want. PLR product vault, you would find it, let me go over to homepage here. On the advanced menu here, PLR product vault. These, you can use the landing page builder for design 13, 35, and 36 to use any of these to create lead pages, right? Lead funnels, not sales funnels, because you're not really selling these, right? Unless you want to. They do have some part, you know, you can sell these. I wouldn't. I just give them away to generate leads. That's the best thing to do with them. Okay, and you can also create websites with them. Most of them have websites built in. And yes, you can do all kinds of stuff with the graphics too, right? You can import graphics into the program. If you're ever wondering, you know, how do I get a graphic from here into that program, you just right click on it and you say save the image as. Then you save the image to your hard drive. and then you can pull it into the program. So if I just make it simple and just leave it in downloads, right? I'll just leave it there and say save. And then I go into the graphic studio, and let's just create a new graphic here. Right, so I go in here and I say I want to, import a graphic. I could just grab that one right now that I just saved onto my computer, right? Under downloads, I believe. There it is. And there's my video. Now, can you do a lot with it? Well, you can resize it. You can't edit the words on it because it's it's an established, it's a graphic. It's already made. But you can then create your own splash image, right? You can you can add some text up here, there's just unbelievable amounts of fonts. I don't even know what this does. Add text. Okay, so I guess it just adds any text you want. Like, look at this stuff here. And go in here. I guess that's the font that's going to be the font you use, I'm assuming. Oh, there I go. Oh, it was loading them. Look at all these fonts. This is insane. So you pick whatever font you want, I guess. I know I could spend the whole day goofing around with this thing, but anyways, as soon as you find it, here is my text. And then you can change the size of it, of course, I'm assuming. There we go. Right. Oh yeah, so you would go in and just change the font size. Make it tiny. Beep. See, I'm just doing this stuff. I don't even know what I'm doing. I just play with it, right? You click on it, oh, okay. I'm like real live useless. Okay, so you can center your text there. That's what I was kind of trying to do, right? And there's a center button right there. And you can bold it. You can change it. I guess when you click on this, give it a second to load because it's loading all the fonts. So you see, I've learned something already, right? Stencil. And I go, it says, how can we save the image in a newsletter? Oh, no problem. Go like this. Okay, so let's save this one here. Don't use this one because it doesn't say anything. It says, here's my test. So you save it. And watch this. Let's put this in a newsletter or put it on my website. Okay, so here's my link. So I copy the URL here. So that's now copied to my clipboard, right? And let's go to newsletter sender. Okay, so I'm going to create a newsletter without a template, just a basic newsletter. Let that load. Hopefully, always testing my account, so hopefully the newsletter works. It does. Isn't that wonderful? So you put your cursor where you want, so here's my newsletter. And because these are all on our cloud drive, you have access to post them in there. So you click on the icon that says image there, and it says what's the URL to the image, so you paste it in. There's my image. It'll automatically set the width, and you can put a border on it, so it's spaced away from the stuff. And then you click on link. This is where people would go if they clicked on it. And you can, I don't know, I just leave that the way it is. Advanced, I don't even know what this stuff is here, so I don't touch stuff like that. I'm not an advanced guy when it comes to this stuff. There's my image. You can get rid of the border if you want. I'm assuming you can edit image properties. Set the border to 0. I assume that's how you get rid of the blue line or something there. I don't know. And then click link or click image to get something, So there's my newsletter. Okay, and the same editor works with when you go to website management. So if you went to website management and you just go to the home page here and you want to create a page that is a full page graphic or something, you can do the same thing if you want, right? You can do this with the PLR images directly too. You just right click on them and you save the link and then you can post them. Right clicking is your friend. Okay. So as far as how do you download something, no problem. You would just go over here, and when it says, you know, remember when I linked to it, you just go into the PLR product vault. You should probably keep these things on a notepad or something, right? Like you pull up a notepad, and you would right click, see where it says download? You just right click on that, and you say copy link, copy. And that's the link you would put to if somebody clicked on that. So you've got the image link and you've got the target. It's basically a banner. That's what this is. Okay? If you wanted to use this in an actual 468 banner, you know those little banners that we use in the exchanges, which you are limited to, by the way. Those are the only banners that you can put into you know, Ultimate Safe List Exchange and all that. So if you wanted to create a banner with this, you would go into the program, because I saved that. Remember, I saved that on my hard drive. So go back into my graphics gallery, and then I can click on this one because I want to edit it. And I can now change this, the dimensions of it, I think, to maybe fit better. I'm not quite sure how I could change the dimensions of this. I think maybe I'm kind of stuck in that one. I'm not sure. Maybe create a new image and just go in right away and set the image properties, right? So you would, you know, you go in and as soon as you start going at it, you can change this up here, right? You just put a background image in, and then you pick something nice. I don't know. Let's just pick something, and then you set this to 468 by 60. Okay, so now you've got your image, and this is where you could go into graphics here, and you can upload the graphic. So you're now going to create a banner that you can use in the exchange, right? So there it is. And of course you're going to resize that because you want it to fit in, right? So looks pretty good. Okay, so there's my banner, and then I do my text that say 5 reasons to market. You know, you want to write that out again, you know, and using text. So you'd say, you know, 5 reasons. I know I could sit in here all day. 5. Oh yeah, then you get to change the color. Look at me go. White. There. So white or whatever color you want. You don't have to be white. Make something greeny, you know, to go with the color of the guy's background. I know I'm actually getting better at this. Getting better. See that? Because that green there matches sort of that green back there. Isn't that clever? So then you double click on it, and then we can change it 5 reasons. And then go on and change the size of the thing. You know, I think you just make this a little longer. 5 reasons. I think you even go a little longer here. And then, of course, you change the size of the text, you know, change it to so it fits. Much better, right? So 5 reasons, click this, click that. It's going to take you a few minutes, right, to do this. Yes, that's correct, Mary. You can access anything that you want. Just right click. That'll give you the link to it. And the reason that we do that and we don't protect anything is because you guys, like, you're our monitors, right? We have monitors that are up representing the company all day. Why would anybody do anything wrong? So you guys are going to use it to build your business. And that's why this is all here. This is for you to build your business. I'm sitting in here. I do this beautiful banner. I save it now. You know, obviously I'm not going to use this banner, but it saves it. And now I can use this link right here to you know, you can click on view if you want. This is a link. There's no ads up here. There's no nothing. This is just your banner. So you can take this link up here and use it in the exchanges, the safe list, splash pages, whatever you want. Fill your boots. Okay? It is super easy to use because it's got hosting of the images on our servers. So you don't have to worry about it. Right? You don't have to say, oh, where's that graphic? That's the one thing that takes me so much time when I'm creating graphics is I got to FTP it, right? File transfer it into and that's why I created the image hosting. So if you don't have an image that you want to put in this, that's no problem. You can still use Worldprofit's image hosting service. It's right over here. It'll host any image you want. It doesn't matter where it's from or anything. Go in here, image and ebook hosting. Okay, right there. You can always use this to host any image you want on your hard drive. You don't have to put it into the graphics program and then you don't have to do any of that. You can just grab the file off your computer, host it in this system too. All right. It is a wonderful world. And the fact that we're all sort of stuck in the house because of this, this virus, you can spend some time learning how to do your graphics now. Okay? Just always remember that every graphic can have two things. Number one, it's hosted somewhere. It has a URL to the graphic, right? So you'd say, well, where's the graphic? It's here. Okay, so it goes in here. And then the second thing is where does it go if somebody clicks on it? Well, you do that in whatever program that you're working in, the editor or anything like that. Okay, so if I take this, if I did want to use this, I would use this as the image, and then I would have a target to click on. Okay, does that make sense? Mm-hmm. And if you want to be more clear on that, you can go into the training area, and there's a very good video down here on how to use safe listing exchanges. This will explain how those banners work and everything. And there's also a YouTube version. The sky is the limit with Worldprofit. It sure is now. I wanted to also mention that if you're using a product called Zoom to do video, there was a release about it having some security issues. It's called Zoom. So if you're doing your own kind of live webinars, use Facebook. If you're doing, or YouTube Live, these are fantastic. They're completely free. That's why I didn't bother doing another personal live business center. Like, I'd rather just use Facebook. Or this program, I'm using Adobe. But it's expensive, man. It costs a lot of money. Not necessary. I just don't want to send people to Facebook now. I've been using this thing for a couple of years, so I'm just leaving it the way it is. By the way, you can use your commissions to purchase anything you want. You can do your monthly renewals using commissions. How we pay on time. The crisis going on in the world right now hasn't affected the internet, right? Like, as a matter of fact, Netflix is giving all kinds of extra movies and all these places because they're trying to say the technology is very powerful. Our commissions are going out on time. Everything's fine. We're not having any issues with anything. Yes, try for 200 clicks a day at least. That's correct. Yeah, and you'll get them. Yeah, pass it on, Mary, because it's true. I can show you what I found. You might want. Oh boy. Oh, it's in my email actually. It's right here. I'll give you a link right here. Here's the link. Just put it in the browser up here. It's you could just look it up. It's just a safety. If you Google this, I'm sure you'll find the link up here. I don't want to post that massive link into the system, but just look up WordFence. It's called WordFence, and you'll see it there. It's probably on their main page. It was a big deal. And this thing right here where they say there are a number of video conference options, I wouldn't use any of these. I don't know why anybody would use those. Just use Facebook, it's free. Or use YouTube Live, it's completely free. There's no strings attached. We are using super encrypted signaling servers, and that's why our Live Business Center is so cool. And I built it from scratch. You don't have to load anything to see our video, because our video is built within the browser security. So we use Chrome for our security of our system. So I really like Google. They're very good at it. Okay. Yeah, so just be sure that you take a look at this. Okay. That's good, Josette. Yeah, folks, we have everything now. I'm really happy about everything. We really, I wanted to cover the graphics because people have been using the old Flash-based one, and it's not going to work. It doesn't work in Firefox, and it's still secure in my opinion, but I would use this one in a minute. No, WordFence is actually what told us about it. WordFence is actually a security company. They're the ones that look out for us. I've relied and trusted WordFence for probably about 6 years now, 6 or 7 years. I'm actually going to be using I use WordFence. I've used WordFence for years, and I have WordFence accounts and everything. And what I plan on doing is putting all of our security management under these guys. They're phenomenal as far as WordPress goes. Okay, so great company. And they're not paying me to say that at all. Yeah, WordFest, ad tracker, sorry about the spelling mistake. Is there a question, Beverly, about the ad tracker? It just tracks clicks to cloaked links. So when you go to cloak your links, they will, so you've got your, link cloakers. I think I put it under website management. I put that there, cloak URLs right there. I know if you're using the classic menu, they're all at the top. Yeah, because you have to cloak your links first. Okay, so when you go in and you cloak your links, or you're doing your, under the ads, they automatically cloak if you click that link. And if you're clicking on them and they're not registering in the ad tracker, yeah, you should see them in the ad tracker after you click on them, right? And if you're not, then something's wrong with your site, because I just clicked on 10 million visitors, 3rd of April, and that's my IP. It works fine. You might not see the referring website because many people use incognito mode, or they've limited their tracking. They don't want to be tracked, so that's fine. At least you know you got to click though. Does that make sense? Yes, you do. Absolutely you do. Yep. Or it won't track it. That's the whole purpose of tracking. And what I like about tracking is it tracks it to your URL. Okay? So when you put a JVZoo product in, you're not sending them to this link, are you? You're sending them to your link, which is what you want to do. Does that make sense? So if you go into the cloaking here, this is the link, but I'm sending them to georgekosch.com because I want the backlinks. I want the search engine love. I want everything that I post anywhere should be my link that then goes to that other link. You never ever want to do an ad or anything without your URL in it. I'll never go and post that directly, ever, in anything. I want it going through my site. That way, should this link disappear, like he gets nothing, because I could just go in and change it. I could just edit it here and update it. Habib, no, okay, Habib, let me go up here. Let me find your question. Habib, it says, I'm reaching 800 but no signups. So Habib, if you have 800 clicks, it depends on where they're from. Quality does matter. So if you're getting just clicks and everything and you're not getting any signups, you want to take a look at the quality. Like, where are you, for example, how many solo ads have you sent out through the safe list? Things like that. Anyways, if you have any other problems, just fill out a support ticket, okay, and I'll get to you. Be patient. We're extremely busy, believe it or not. Like, they're super busy with orders and questions and things, and that's all good. It's great to have a job. I'll never complain about having a job, but just be patient with us. Try as hard as you can to somehow find a way to buy a, if you can't do screenshots, it's under Cool Tools. I think I've got Cool Tools here. Where did I put those? Right there, Cool Tools. It's right down here. It's called Snagit. Right here. You see this one, number 13? This is the best ever program ever for sending screenshots to people. It's beautiful. I go Control Q and up it comes and it says image, and I go like this, so I capture an image. Watch this. Whoop. And I don't have to worry about it on my hard drive. I just click finish because I've set it to share, and it gives me a link to it that I can send people. Okay, so if I go to this link now that's automatically on my clipboard, there's the screenshot, right? So when I want to do any kind of tech support and help, you can even do videos using it. Okay? So anyways, it is the best. It's so good. It's like JitBit and all these things. The reason I don't force people to use it, obviously, is it costs money, but it's worth the money. Believe me. You could do videos right on your screen and have them published in seconds. Okay, we can't compete with this. This thing is incredible. Okay, so anyways, I'm going to wish everybody a great weekend. Remember, if you want to upgrade, this is the time to do it. It includes the graphics studio, 40% commissions, autoresponders, superstore, sales manager, ad tracker, traffic injections, everything. All you have to do is contact support for a quote. Prepay for the year, you save a ton of money. If you want to prepay for your silver for a year, we'll give you a quote on that too. We might even include a little bonus here and there. Okay? Thanks a lot, everyone.